Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So jumping straight into this client tutorial, I'm starting off with the brows first. As normal, I'm using Inglot Gel Liner in 16. So I'm just going to follow the natural shape of your brows, but I am going to make them a little more thicker. I'm using the Select Cover Up Concealer from MAC, and I'm using this to conceal and define underneath the brows. And I'm also going to use this as a base for eyeshadow. So I've applied this across the entire eyelid. I've buffed it out, and then I'm going to set it with a bit of powder so it doesn't crease. So the first color I'm using is Burgundy from the Kylie Cosmetics Burgundy palette, and I'm applying this through the crease using the Stone Lace EB13 brush. So as you can see, I'm really building up that color, getting that nice strong intensity and making sure everything is blended well. Going back in with more of the same color, I've switched my brush to a Zoeva blending brush. It's called 228. And I'm just blending back and forth using a lot of little circular motions. Dipping into Nylon eyeshadow from MAC, I'm going to highlight underneath the brow bone using a small brush. And I'm also going to apply it to the inner corner of the eyes. Once I've done that, over the top I've applied a bit of Inglot Pigment and 118 just to make it a little bit more, pretty much a little bit more sparkly, make it pop more. And then after that I went in with another MAC eyeshadow in the color I'm into you. It's like a really dark matte burgundy shade, and I just applied this into the outer corner of the eyes and slightly into the crease. Next I'm applying black eyeshadow to the outer corner of the eyes as well. The black I've used is from the Kylie Cosmetics bronze palette. Now to clean up, I've used the Neutrogena makeup wipes, which are my favorite to use. Okay, so moving on, I'm creating a half cut crease using Inglot Gel Liner in 94. I also use this to help stick down my pigments that I use from Inglot. So once I've applied that gel liner, I'm going to dip into Dubai from the Kylie Burgundy palette. This is like a pearl finish cranberry shade. So before that gel liner sets, I'm just going to apply Inglot's 86 pigment over top. Going in with another Inglot product, this is the liquid liner in 25. It's just a matte black. I'm going to do a simple liner across the lash line, so I won't be doing a winged eyeliner for this look today, but if you wanted to, you can. Alright, so I'm going to come back to the eyes later. Now we're going to start on the base. First up, I'm using Benefit's Porefessional primer, and I'm applying this mainly across the cheek area to smooth out the surface. For foundation, I'm using Dermocol in two shades, 218 and 223. This is a really creamy, very full coverage foundation. So I've applied it with a Real Techniques foundation brush. It's just like one of the old school flat synthetic foundation brushes. And I'm just going to apply this all over half of the face and then buff it out with a Real Techniques buffer brush. To conceal, I'm using Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and Inglot HD Foundation in 86 to cream contour. So I've gone ahead and applied already, and now I'm just going to start blending everything in, starting off with the cream contour. Now it's time to blend in that concealer. I'm using my Real Techniques sponge to blend in all the concealer, and when I get to like the tiny areas, I'm going to change to a smaller brush. Alright, so we've pretty much blended our lives away. So much blending when it comes to cream products. Now it's time to set it. So for the under eyes, I've used the Inglot HD Press Powder to set it. Can't remember what the number is, but I'll make sure I leave it down in the info bar. So I'm going to set the under eye area first. Once I've done that, I can now set the rest of the face, and I'm using the same HD Press Powder. Alright, so to bronze and contour the face, I'm going to use MAC products. So I'm using the MAC Mineralized Powders. I'm going to use Give Me Sun to bronze and deepest, I think it's darkest deepest, or deepest darkest to slightly contour. So once I've done that, I'm just going to apply a little bit of a blush. It's quite natural. It's a favorite of mine called Margin from MAC as well. It's just quite natural, soft, and has a really stunning sheen to it. So I just applied a bit of that, and then we moved on to highlighter. So I'm going to highlight her face using the Becca highlighter in Champagne Pop. It's in my top 3 favorite highlighters. It's just such a stunning highlighter, sits on the skin really well. It's a really pretty color as well. I say that a lot. Now we're going to go back to the eyes and finish that off. So I'm applying the same eyeshadows along the bottom lash line, so the cranberry shades and also a bit of black. And for the waterline, I'm using Inglot Gel Liner in 77. I like to use this in the waterline because it's quite waterproof and it's more longer lasting than the pencils I have. So that is pretty much what I've done. After liner, I'm just going to apply some false eyelashes, and then I'm going to tidy up the liner again afterwards. So now I'm just applying mascara to the false eyelashes as well as her bottom lashes. And that is now the eyes complete. So to finish off the look, we're going to do the lips. I can't remember what lipstick color I used, but I'll try and find it, or I'll try and remember it, and then I'll list it down in the info bar. But I'm pretty much applying this all over her lips, and then once that had dried completely, I went in with a lip liner from Essence called Mauve, and I'm just going to outline her lips a little bit. So that is my completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure you guys give it a thumbs up or leave your comments, and stay tuned for my next client tutorials. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.